Shireen here. I wanted to take the Booktube newbie challenge, so here's the video. Now let's go through all the questions I have it in my phone. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? Honestly, I started YouTube at a very young age. I think I was like in class 5 or something when I started, and it was honestly just a way for me to do challenges with my friends and stuff. I have actually deleted or like unlisted all those videos because they were super cringy, but they were in like my main channel, which I'll put somewhere. I do make videos there as well now, but books happen to be one of my biggest interests, and I just love books. I think my father was the person who introduced me to books. He has the huge collection. This room behind me is literally our entire library. Let me know if you guys want like a bookshelf tour. I will love to do it. And yeah, so I loved books, and from childhood I was like given a lot of books. That was like something that I could just ask for, and no matter how much I asked, I was always given. Like any other thing, it was like, yeah, fine, you'll get closer, you'll get. But when it came to books, like there was no problems. Like I would get as many books as I wanted, and so I just naturally gravitated towards them. And yeah, I started reading them, and I just love books. They consume a huge part of my life and my interests and my thoughts. So I wanted to share them with you, everybody. So that is the reason why I started this channel. Now, the second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube? Now, I would consider myself to be pretty fun. I don't know, maybe not. But I think personally, I'm not trying to diss out on anybody or anything, but I feel like my book tastes are just not represented on YouTube. Like I love non-fiction, I love a lot of like translated fiction, I love Indian literature, and I feel like the Indian literature scene on Booktube is just really sad. Okay, like we have such a beautiful treasure of literature of our country, and it's just, and beyond like the 10-15 books that everybody keeps recommending, nobody really talks about it. And even if there's like a couple of YouTubers who talk about it, they just have a couple of videos, right? So I just want to contribute more to the Indian literature scene on Booktube. I want to talk more about non-fiction, because I feel like that is also not represented much in YouTube, like except like for self-help. I don't read self-help books, but I'm talking about like the other non-fiction, the memoirs, the non-fiction that you read for knowledge. So yeah, I want to talk about all of these books and bring you a lot of those recommendations. So stay tuned if you're interested for that. What are you most excited about for your channel? So yeah, I would love to get people who have similar tastes to me recommend me books, me recommending you books. I want this to be like a back and forth, and I'm very excited, and I hope I'm able to get that sort of community. Even if it's like a very small number, even if it's just 100 people, I'm fine. I will be very happy. I will make videos in this channel as long as there's just a couple of people watching it, enjoying it, loving it, recommending books similar to whatever books that I like, and reading the books that I'm recommending. I would just love that community aspect of it. Why do you love reading? I think I kind of answered it in my first question.
So I actually have absolutely no idea how I misunderstood the question, but the reason I love reading is because it opens my mind to a lot of different cultures, traditions, knowing how other people live in other sides of the world, which is just going to be entirely impossible for me to know, because obviously except traveling there's no other way to meet and understand and empathize with so many people. And that is, I think, the biggest plus of reading, and that is what I always aspire to, trying to find as many perspectives as possible.
What book series got you into reading? I don't really remember what exact book series got me into reading, because I never really read Harry Potter and stuff. But I said that I have a Wimpy series, also like all the Geronimo Stilton books, then like all those middle school books. Like I used to just finish them like in a day. I remember like I used to be like the fastest reader in my school, so I would like, a lot of my friends and all, we had this like crazy Geronimo Stilton phase, I think in class 4 or 5, and we would all like buy different books from of those, and I would just like borrow books, and I would be like the fastest person to return the books, because I would just be able to read the books like in one day, or like in a couple of periods. So yeah, that's like how I started reading. Obviously my tastes have changed a lot, and I don't read those books anymore. There was also this, I think there was this like Geronimo Stilton's like this particular edition of like fantasy books and stuff. They used to be really expensive, I remember, but I used to buy them like every year. They would come out like one book. I'll try to put the name of the series somewhere. So yeah, it was pretty nice there. I think that series also had like its own language that you could decipher, interpret. It was a pretty fun thing. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I just love asking people what are their favorite books of all times, because it truly shows you what kind of books they like, and it really helps you to resonate. And also I feel like if you have like same favorite books as mine, then I would just really gel with you, and you're like my best friend. So I would probably say that is what I like the most. And also, I don't know, like, let's see, what else can I ask booktubers? Yeah, how to get more views, because booktube is like, there are some people who are crazy smart, crazy following, and then there are people who just don't have it. I don't know, because I have seen, like, I love a lot of the big YouTubers, but I've seen most of my favorite booktubers are people who have less than 1,000 subscribers, less than 2,000, like really small booktube channels. Probably because their taste aligns with mine, and I don't really read a lot of the TikTok famous books. Probably, I don't know, like, but yeah, I would love for some growth tips. What challenges will be the hardest with booktube? I think the biggest challenge for me is definitely the fact that I have 2 channels, so I want to keep up with both. This channel, I have a lot more ideas for this channel, but obviously I don't have a lot of audience for this channel. But I want to, again, as I said, even if it's like just 100 people in this channel who are loving and watching and just being there, it would make me want to post in this channel as well. What kind of books do you read? As I said, I love reading a lot of non-fiction, a lot of like translated fictions, a lot of like fiction. Historical fiction is also like one of my favorite genres. Apart from that, what else do I like? I love reading a lot of memoirs. It's my favorite type of things to read. I love reading about like history, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, thank you so much. And if you like my vibe, if you like me, subscribe and follow for more. Also, I have uploaded like a haul right before I uploaded this video. You can check that out.